Hello gorgeous, here is my workwear haul from Brooks Brothers, H&M, Asos, and Hawes and Curtis. I think I might have some other things. Everything will be linked below, check it out. And there are definitely some things in here that need to be tailored. And stay until the very end because I have a surprise I think you're absolutely going to love. Give this a like so more people can find this because bad style is a global issue. These trousers, they are from Bershka, the brand itself. They also own Zara. It's like one billionaire who owns a bunch of companies. They also own Mango. And I got these from Asos specifically, and I'm wearing this J. Crew cashmere crew neck. I was wearing it as the default for today, and it looks very smart. And I apologize for the abysmal lighting today because it is very gray and this weather is not letting up just yet. It was a day ago. Aside from that, these are double pleats. So if you are a person who's very wide and you do not want to look wider, oh sorry, my fly. If you do not want to look wider, avoid double pleats. However, I do like these if you're really trying to accentuate your waist, and you can wear a belt with it because I need to clean this mirror. Geez, what happened? It has this very tailored style and it has 5 belt loops, just as a heads up. And you know that I am currently saving up also for some made to measure trousers and bespoke trousers because I am looking for something you can customize from the beginning to the top, from the fabric to how many belt loops they are. 5 I think is a lot. It's unnecessary. I'm not very picky, but when it comes to putting on a belt, 5 can be a pain in the butt, and it's just like those little details that get you every day that make you want to stop wearing those clothes, so or stop reaching for a garment. However, I like the length, but when I wear it without, I'm 5'2.5" for reference. And these are my work shoes. These are my Sam Edelman Quincy loafers, and they are very sturdy, real leather, but they're glued. And I'm also looking at some made to measure shoes. I walked around in these in my New York vlog. I will have my NYC vlog, luxury bespoke fitting, linked below. But this is what it looks like without any heels on, and it's very long. Just in general, literally I will probably have an accident if I wear these, and they are still long when I wear these heels. I think these are about 3.5 to 4 inches tall. They're still long, as you can see. It's not a good thing, and I have to definitely get it tailored. I like this style because I guess it's considered a wide leg, but I think it's very timeless. So this 100 years ago would have still been in style, and it kind of came back. Double pleats were out for quite a while, and they came back as the new like influencer trend. But I see this style all the time, and I've seen it with my family members who are literally 75, 76, and this is what they wear and they look amazing. So I thought this is like very old money style. It still looks good, and like a polo shirt with different colored shirts would look fantastic. And I plan to wear this every single day with my workwear. So these are navy blue, and they're very beautiful. Hello cashmere, something that's very versatile. And I also have some striped pinstripe trousers on the way in multiple tones. The pockets aren't bad. Don't use your pockets for work. It's not appropriate to also put your hands in your pockets, and it also ruins your silhouette. And this is what it looks like. I just received these, so I haven't like removed any of the tags, and I can't wait to style these. These trousers are something I definitely plan on wearing every day and not just to work, because I think it's really good to look smart in the city no matter what. This is a very versatile look you can wear all year long. This shirt, there's a very specific reason why I'm wearing this first. This is from Brooks Brothers, and it's an executive, and in the style of classic shirts that are Oxford cut. So you can see that this is a bit larger. It's literally falling off my shoulders because I ordered a size too big. There are so many things that I can break down about what goes into a good shirt. I have a video linked below of this really expensive shirt that was expensive for no reason, especially for it being off the rack. It was simply paying for the marketing of a collaboration, and the quality wasn't there, considering that just for a couple $100s more you could get it totally bespoke. I have the NYC vlog linked below of my experience at Turnbull and Osser. I will also in the future make a video of the difference between a $12 shirt versus a $100 shirt, and a $100 shirt versus a $500 shirt versus a $1,000 shirt. So subscribe and click the bell for this. This is a Brooks Brothers shirt. I love Brooks Brothers. I'm a huge fan. He's the reason why Ralph Lauren exists as a designer. One of the reasons why Ralph Lauren exists as a designer. And one of the Huntsman Savile Row associates, Ed Turco, is one of the living legends who kind of helped conserve American history, American style by working with Brooks Brothers and literally writing the book on Brooks Brothers. I have it here. He helped do the research and he works at Huntsman, and I have a full video and he's in it, and I have pictures with him, and he's kind of a legend and he's one of my heroes because he's conserving Western style, Italian, British and American to be specific. There's generations of style. He's the one who helped write this. I also got this book from this haul, and it's a really good book about Brooks Brothers essentially over the years. America didn't have their own style until Brooks Brothers came out with their own style of suiting. So if you go to different suits around the world to different designers like Italy, all these different Italian brands, they look to England for their suiting style. Something that makes it extra special is that each copied a Savile Row tailor. So it might be Hawes and Hawes, might be Henry Poole, might be Huntsman. Each suit maker has their own specific design, their own specific make of how it's built. Like roping is different, whether it has roping, armholes are high up if it's more built. There are different types of suiting, and there are different signature suit styles that were taken from the British because they were the ones who invented it. They invented shirts, and a lot of people are obsessed with haute couture. It's a really dreamy way to dress up. It's a very occasion wear. However, we live our lives every day not wearing couture, not going to our 9 to 5 in beautiful dresses. And this is a work shirt. Obviously it's a dress shirt, and the darker it is, the more casual it becomes. White and blue is typically a dress formal shirt. It's also pink or red and white stripes. It depends on where you work because some professional places will have it in your contract that you can only wear white and blue. This is the most formal. This is what we allow. So we do not want to distract people. So this shirt is Brooks Brothers. It's a rounded cuff. It's a barrel cuff. This actually fits my chest very well because I have an F cup chest. I'm 5'2.5". I'm very petite. I'm short, and this button is the same size as this one. So the thicker the buttons, you might think the better quality is, when it's actually the other way. The finer it is, the better it is, because you want it to not stand out so much. And English style is also very subtle, where this is also the same size. You typically want a smaller size button up here because it's easier to button when you're trying to get the collar up. And this also makes it more casual. The more embellishments there are on a shirt, say if it's a pocket, then it's a casual shirt. If this is a dress shirt, there are no pockets, the sleeker something is, the more formal it is. Same with the black tie. The shoes, if there's broguing, if there's any laces or design, it's typically more casual. The sleeker it is, the more patent it is, the more formal. This is what the shirt looks like untucked, and I'm gonna tuck it in a bit to show you. So this does not fit me. Cut of the shirt is meant to be tucked in. So when it has this rise, it's meant to be tucked in. And shirts a long time ago used to be much longer. The way that we are making shirts today is a lot of companies want to save money on the fabric, so they will make shorts a little bit shorter. That's why when you raise your arms out of a shirt, it comes out and you have to retuck it again, which is really annoying. However, if you get a bespoke shirt, this will be different. Or if you get a more traditional style, find it vintage, secondhand, they're always fabulous. Shirt garters are a little bit uncomfortable if you're not used to wearing proper lingerie. Shirt garter will keep your shirt in if you move your arms, and they say if you move your arms up and the shirt comes out, the shirt doesn't fit you. So it just depends on the make and the quality. This is obviously not my size, but I like the oversized look. It's very 90s, and I'm gonna tuck in my shirt to show you. Okay, this is what it looks like tucked in. It's obviously way oversized, and these are my casual trousers, just as a heads up, but I will use them for work because they are dark and you can't really see when I tuck in my trouser. This is actually the reason why I got them, because I have a lot of casual shirts that I tuck in even when I'm not working, and it's a very elegant look. It's very put together. It's very decent and modest. That's what I like about it. It covers all the way up to your clavicle, which is very polished. The thing about Brooks Brothers, I'm gonna show you in the next bit. I love their quality, and their style is very traditional. It's a lot of English inspired style, which is a lot of the style that we wear today in America. Also, when you see a shirt that has a button like this, a really nicely made shirt doesn't necessarily need a button. I'll get into that when I explain like the $500 versus the $1,000 shirt, that you won't see a button sometimes because the shirt is made so well fitted to you that it will be unnecessary for an extra button. The shirt also comes in multiple colors, and there are designs that I'll have linked below that are also not included in this haul. And check out the full blog post because it divulges even more that I don't want to make this video way too long. I just got home! Here are some more of the things that you're gonna see. However, I feel like I should have worn the burgundy trousers. Now we have an English style expert here. May you please introduce yourself, Mr. Dixon? What are your credentials?
Well, I've been wearing clothes since I was born. Most days, actually.
This shirt has a lot of buttons, which is good because it doesn't have gaping. It's got 2 buttons. What exactly does 2 buttons mean versus 1?
It's just style.
It's just style. And what kind of cuffs are these?
Those are barrel cuffs, I think.
Yes, these are barrel with a square end, and I wore the Kelly belt because this is a really chunky outfit, especially when you leave all the tags on. I need to remove these, and I just got these and I haven't filmed it yet. I got really excited, just put them on. Can you tell me a bit about this shirt? What are the details that you noticed?
You got contrasting colors and cuffs.
Why is that?
I noticed because you've gone for 2 extremes, so blue and white. So traditionally a city shirt that people in Wall Street would wear would be white with, well, blue shirt with white collar. But a much paler blue, and I guess to kind of make it more feminine, they've made it much darker. The contrast looks really good. And then again, because it's female, you've got the pink thread.
Oh yeah, the little accents.
Yeah.
It's even in the lining too.
Yeah, that's nice.
It has the smaller button on the top here at the collar, so it's easier to button.
We got it out of the package, but what I would say is that don't have a crease here.
Oh, okay.
So when you go to iron that for the first time, and I know you've just put it on straight away, but you want to get rid of that crease. Because they've ironed it flat in it, or pressed it when it's gone in the pack, but you want to have a nice round cuff. There's a personal preference. I like a crease down the arm.
Why? What does that mean?
Again, it's just fashion. Historically, the crease would be there to show that you pressed your clothes. Back when there were like ticks and fleas within clothing, the only way to kill them would be to press a hot iron to them. And over time, people found that by pressing a hot iron, you actually put creases in. And so the creases were originally there to show that you had cleaned your clothes with a hot iron, therefore you were kind of like tick-free. This is just a holdover from those days, obviously. Vast majority of people are tick-free anyway. And so the creases are just, they're smart, they're associated with the military. But I mean, originally this would be an underwear garment, so you would never see the shirt. Oh,
this was an underwear. What was over?
Jackets and things like that, and if you look at like some of the more historical clothing, you would, although they were wearing a shirt, you would never really see anything. And the shirt would be worn long, and then at the end of the day, that would be your nightwear. And still in some places as well, it's although it's kind of more relaxed now, you don't want to have bare shirt sleeves.
My husband didn't want to quote it because he wasn't 100% certain on who said this, but the story was there was a tailor who worked at a tailor shop, and at the shop you remove your jacket, so you're working in your shirt so that you can really get into the fabric and you're working. Where one time he needed something from across the street, so he ran across the street in his shirt, in a bare shirt. His boss, I think he came back, or his boss stopped him in the middle. Nonetheless, his boss stopped him and said, "What do you think you're doing? You need to put on a jacket before you go outside. So you're not entirely dressed unless you have a proper jacket on top."
It's considered too informal.
Star dot detail.
Yeah, just recognize it.
I have another Hawes and Curtis shirt that is very similar, but it's plain, it's solid without any pattern, and this is very subtle. I like it.
It actually looks like it's woven in rather than a print.
You're right. These trousers feel like there's a cotton blend in them. Like they must be linen. I got these from H&M, and these are such a beautiful eggplant, aubergine, burgundy. They're definitely much more purple now that I'm seeing them in person, and these are a better length than the other one. The other ones, these are also much more fitted trousers, and they're also double pleats in the same style, but the material is lighter, so it feels much more cotton linen-y. Very fitted, which I like. So around the waist, I like when it's really cinches in your waist so that the belt is superfluous and it looks sleeker without having like a little accoutrement on the middle. It also is not as long. I don't know if I mentioned that, but now that I'm feeling the size of this, I'm thinking the other ones are definitely much more on the loose side. I'm thinking of returning them and getting something that fits properly. I could just simply make them something very, very casual that I don't wear to work, because these are definitely much smarter. I love the color, it's more my personality, and these fit incredibly, and I like how flowy it is when you walk. There's a ton of movement. It has very good sized pockets, but the other pockets are bigger. Everything about the other pair of trousers that are navy are much bigger. Like the pockets are bigger, the waist is bigger. it's longer and I feel like there's a lot more fabric. This is much more lightweight and more movable. How long they will last, I don't know until I experience it, but I like this high waist, and I'm not typically someone who likes high waist, so the fact that this fits fabulously, I am giving it top marks. This is definitely a really good set of trousers, and it comes with jacket. So it's a very oversized blazer inspired jacket, a coat, and you can also use it as an overcoat, as I like to with H&M, because their sizes are meant for taller people. For me, they always drown me. I did not also tuck in this shirt correctly. I simply just put it in to quickly show you this video. You don't want to button all the way up to the top button, because then that means you're wearing a tie, and it looks funny if you're not wearing a tie, unless you're really stylistically expressing yourself that way. Go ahead. But I like this shirt because it's more gray. I think it's semi-fitted or slim fitted. I like this dark blue with a thicker stripe. It's very daytime and it's very aggressive for if you're, I think, if you're in a negotiation. I think it's really put together, and this is a double cuff, also known as a French cuff with a square cut. An example of how it would look with a cuff link is like this, and this is how it came in the store. These subtle light pink accent threads, which I think are gorgeous. And the thing that bothers me about H&M is when there are pants with a certain style, they won't put double pleated trousers, they'll just say dress pants. So you'll see that linked below. I also have a pair in khaki and taupe from H&M, but I left them in the Hollywood Hills, which is really annoying. These are Brooks Brothers silk knots. I'll have them linked below. These are Hawes and Curtis. These are for ladies. They have a ton of other designs, and there are so many beautiful cufflinks that this came in this box. This is the Hawes and Curtis emblem, rose gold, because I feel like it's softer. I feel like it's more approachable. I like them when they're not branded, and it's really elegant. And my husband actually forgot his cufflinks one time and didn't know where they were, but I had these on hand. He said that they're very good for men too, but there are men's cufflinks obviously on Hawes and Curtis. Make sure to read your sizing and read the size guide to make sure that it fits your dimensions also. This light blue is so chic, and I feel like it really brings out my features. If you are dark hair, wear blue. This will make you look like $1,000,000 if you're neutral or cool tone. And I prefer double cuffs because French cuffs are dressier, but they also aren't as stiff, where like I feel like if it's not a bespoke shirt, if it's not made for your size, the fit model is obviously going to have a different sizing than you. It's got all this extra fabric when it is a single cuff, so it's very much like extra fabric where I don't want it to be. I like my shirts to be as slim and as fitted as possible because I have small arms and I love showing them off because I have a really broad shoulder. I have a really big frame up here. Adds more bulk to your arm, and I don't think that's necessary. I can see this with my express blazer. This is a very equestrian style and it's long. It's supposed to cover your butt, which is a good thing, and it's got one vent, which makes it a little bit more casual, but it's okay. It's tweed, it's thick, and it feels like a proper coat, like an overcoat almost, and it's a blazer, so it's not supposed to have matching trousers. Whoever said that is it's very misguided in American fashion. If you see style, they just throw the word blazer around. So this is a coat and a blazer, and this is very much horse riding style, but without it, and it's even rounded here at the front, so it's not too exaggerated. It's still very formal, and you can wear this at work. You can be taken seriously, and you can also be very, very warm. It's got 3 buttons, very nautical style, so you know that this is the exaggerated buttons to be dressed up. And I like the contrast here because there's so many details. I like to keep it tucked when it's in a jacket. I will never style my sweaters the same again. A lot of people like where they tie it like this, where I saw Lauren Santo Domingo tie her sweater around like this, like kind of draped over her shoulder, and you can tell the material was vicuña or alpaca or cashmere because it was so thick, it was so fluffy, it looked incredibly soft, and she did it kind of sideways, like dripping over her, almost like a poncho, and it looked not only so warm and fluffy and soft, but it looked really elegant. It looked like it was almost a shawl, but you could tell that it was a chunky sweater. I do not own a chunky sweater as of currently because I like more form-fitting sweaters that you can layer with. However, it still keeps you very, very warm, and it keeps your upper body warm, and I'm living for this style. I love this color. It's this light mint green with white stripe, and then I added this pearl necklace. It's really pretty, and I am really excited to wear this because I can see so many ways of styling it with my Ralph Lauren cable knit cardigans and with my cashmere cardigans. And this color is so beautiful for all year round, obviously, but for spring and summer it's really refreshing to take on something that's not blue or pink or white when it comes to work. Here's how I would style it for the office. Okay, so I would actually tie my scarf around, but this is just an example of how I would go to the office. If it's cold outside, I'd probably wrap myself up with a scarf and then tuck it in, kind of like a cravat, and then I would have my work bag. Let me know what you think of this look in the comments below. And I love tying my hair also because it keeps the wind from blowing it everywhere and not blowing into your face if you're wearing lip gloss and sticking to your hair. And this is really my go-to casual look when it comes to being dressed up, layered and warm. If I really want to be extra warm, I'd wear my gloves. Wear my gloves from Ralph Lauren. I'll have some linked below that are similar because I think these are sold out now, but there are some beautiful camel ones that I had my eye on aside from these. And then I would also have a cardigan underneath so that it gives me an extra layer, or at least have one on hand, because it's better to be overdressed than underdressed, and you can always remove something in the car or leave it at your desk in your office. Thank you so much for staying until the end of this video. I created a monthly mood board that you can access with classic, elegant, feminine style, and it gets sent straight to your inbox every single month. And it's not exactly every day. On my LTK I have daily style inspiration, but if you're not a person who likes to be on social media all the time, you can sign up to it for free and download it linked below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later.